These are the 5 different levels of affective domain. Where are our students? Please go through them. The lowest level here is receiving or attending. This is a kind of awareness, right? Open to experience, willing to be aware of the setting or situation. Many faculty complain to me, sir, our students do not attend the classes at all. Attracting them to classroom is the biggest challenge. Now tell me, with reference to those students, at what level they are? At what level of affective domain they are? If they are at the receiving end, they will come to the classrooms. They are not even at level 1. They are indifferent totally. So, to bring them to level 1 is the biggest challenge for the teacher. Okay. The first week, first 15 days, teachers collectively, teachers, administration, principal, not by authority, but by motivation, different strategies, building relationships, creating interest in the course, improving their extrinsic motivation. You do well, the job is ready for you. These are all the job opportunities for you. Removing the gap of prerequisite knowledge. The first 15 days is crucial for most of the students in higher education, so that all of them are at level 1. That is the minimum level. Level 1 is the minimum level. Then responding, willingly participating, obedient, volunteers, find satisfaction in participating, ready to respond. This is very good level, affective domain. Valuing, motivated to, chooses to behave in a certain way frequently with a behavior and commit to it, valuing. If we are able to take most of our students to the level of valuing in affective domain, I think they can easily build their life. That will give a very clear direction to their goal. That will make them put in more and more effort. That will make them what is called proceed in their journey very clearly by themselves, valuing, right? Of course, it's a continuous process. Organizing, characterizing means they articulate certain philosophies, right? Great people. It's a continuous process. But up to valuing, if you are able to make it at least up to responding. So, but most of our students, we do not bother. They are not even at level 1. It is less than level 1. That is importance. So, these are all self-explanatory. What is receiving examples? I have given that. So, you can go through. This is the material for responding, completes homework, obeys rules, participates in class discussion, shows interest in subject, enjoys helping others, gives a presentation, questions new ideas, concepts, models in order to fully understand them. So, responding, that means the student is motivated at least up to level 2. If we are able to take our students in the affective domain, that would be a wonderful thing. Then the 7 levels of psychomotor domain, which I consider most important even for getting a job, a career, most important. And here also we should be able to take at least up to level 4, mechanism. Mechanism means if it is a laboratory skill, he has already learned to some extent. Maybe by some more practice, he may become an expert. This is the, by the time they finish a course, perhaps this is what is expected, but even up to mechanism level, so if the students are there, I think that would be a wonderful thing. And this was not given by Bloom. This was given by Simpson. Bloom has given for affective domain and cognitive domain, but psychomotor domain, Simpson has given in 1972, and this all related to the physical skills. Level 1, it is perception, awareness, only awareness. I have given the examples also. Level 2, readiness to act. Examples, sequence of steps in a manufacturing process. One's abilities and limitations shows desire to learn a new process. Then guided response, the early stages in learning a complex skill. Then mechanism, basic proficiency, ability to perform a complex motor skill, right? Using a personal computer, repairing a leaking faucet, driving a car. So, if the students are able to achieve up to this level in various laboratory courses, I think the justice is done to them. So, you can kindly go through all that. So, conclusion, all the 3 domains of learning must be given due emphasis in higher technical education or higher education for that matter. Learning objectives for a course must be written in such a way that those are realizable under the ground realities of a given institution. At the same time, they meet the required standard. Ground realities of a given situation. In the first year itself, if you formulate the course objectives up to create level, that is not the ground reality. First year, even in NITs, I always suggest you do up to apply level, fine. Don't go even analysis level, because all our students up to +2, they are all trained at remember and recall level only, not even understand level. So the whole more than 12 years this, and then LKG, UKG, 14 years they have been trained in remember and recall level. So first year apply level, second year gradually for higher level courses analyze level, third year you can think of evaluate level and create level. In the learner, teacher has to be open-minded. So this is the most important. Even modifying the learning objectives, this is the criticism against Bloom's taxonomy. You are setting beforehand, before the teaching learning process starts, right? So that is absurd. That is against the pedagogy. Therefore, it must be there. We have to be open-minded, and now and there we should be able to modify the objectives. That kind of freedom must be there with the teacher, even to modify the course objective. Course objectives should never be rigid at the beginning of the session itself, right? So there is also considered opinion that the preset learning objectives may condition the minds of students, which may limit some of students not to think beyond set objectives. Suppose in the first year course, as I said, you have mentioned only up to upper level. There are some students who are able to go beyond, but you have already conditioned them up to apply level. This is the course intended for. If you are able to achieve up to apply level, you have mastered the subject, you have conditioned the minds. So this is a big criticism. Therefore, I am always of the opinion, for certain minds who can think out of the box, who can go beyond the set level, there should be scope. There should be that kind of a flexibility while we transact the particular course teaching learning process. That this is a caution. See, there are certain creative minds. You cannot condition those creative minds. You are doing great injustice to them. Therefore, these objectives, Bloom's taxonomy, all these have to be understood in a right perspective in order to help most of the students master the subject at the cognitive levels you have prescribed. If some of the students are able to go beyond, of course, there is nothing like beyond the create level, but at lower level classes, you have set up to apply level, they are able to go much beyond. Let them go beyond. That kind of flexibility must be there in our teaching learning process, so that ultimately what is important, all the students, the girl students and boy students, all the students must be able to achieve the course objectives to their potential, That is very, very important. And teaching learning process is much more important, but it gives these course objectives, unit objectives and subunit objectives, give a direction to plan effectively for the teacher and also for the students.